Steph Curry is one of the most dominant three-point shooters of all time and a three-time NBA champion because of it. He's made a lot of friends throughout his career, including Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, amongst many other players. Although Steph Curry does have a lot of friends, I'd argue that he even has more enemies. Along Steph's journey, he dethroned the king of the NBA, LeBron James, twice, eliminating him in 2 of 3 finals appearances. If it weren't for a blown 3-1 lead, it might as well have been 3 in a row. Cleveland as a city obviously took this to heart, as they would have had 2 more championships if it wasn't for the Warriors dynasty. And believe me, we all know Cleveland, they love to show players resentment. I'm Jonathan, and in this video, the Banter Broadcast and Andres Lopez from Cultura Sports will give you an all-access look at how Cleveland went from booing Steph Curry every time he touches the ball to shaking the lights out of the arena and having every fan in attendance shouting his name.
The whole weekend, people kept booing Steph Curry for obvious reasons,
Cleveland.
Which was super dope because that changed towards the end of the actual All-Star game. After all he did, like Cleveland was literally clapping and cheering for him, which was unreal to see.
Steph was actually born in the same hospital in Akron, Ohio, as LeBron James was.
Oh my God! Wow!
He's as much a hometown hero as LeBron, he just won it for another team. And although a lot of Clevelanders resent Steph Curry for dethroning the king, that doesn't take away from the fact that Steph Curry is as human as can possibly be. Let's listen to this humbling story Andres Lopez had to share from his experience as a reporter at the NBA All-Star Game in Cleveland.
At one point, I was like, I've been standing here for like 3 hours now. I'm really tired. I want to go get a water bottle. And I'm like, okay, let me just walk over. I don't know how to explain it. There's like all these tunnels in the arena, right? And we are in one of the practice basketball courts that they turned it into the media day room with all the little stands.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have to go through all the tunnels to get to the media workroom where they had a fridge with water bottles. So I walk all the way over there. I open the door to the fridge, grab a water bottle, and when I close the door to the fridge, Steph Curry is right there.
He's like, can you pass me a water, man?
No, I literally like almost dropped my water bottle because he just like walked past it. Literally as I closed the door, he just walked past me. And I was like, that's Steph Curry. That's literally Steph Curry, and he's just walking there.
Andres got so close to Steph, he even alerted some of his security and NBA officials.
It was so funny because he came to Cleveland with a bodyguard. The bodyguard was just like this massive dude, like 300 pounds, 6'7", like huge dude. So
Like
Steph Curry
Shaq wouldn't score on him.
Exactly. Steph Curry was walking down with his security guard and like an NBA person that was like, escorting him, I guess. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know where he's going, but wherever he's going, I'm probably not gonna be able to go in there. So I'm just gonna take this chance and follow him.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed my water bottle and I started walking behind him. And as I'm walking behind him, I pull out my phone to like film him. And he's doing this thing where he's like practicing his shot. He's like walking, going like this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so cool. And then I had a little microphone similar to this, a little smaller, in my pocket, and it was like sticking out of my pocket because that's what I was doing the interviews with. And I'm so focused on like looking at Steph Curry, who's in front of me, and the microphone falls out of my pocket.
Oh no.
And when it hits the ground, everybody went into like panic mode. They said some Clevelander just planted a bomb in here.
Oh God.
The bodyguard went into like full like I'm ready to go. The NBA person also like turned around and was like, what's going on? Everybody was super on edge. And then I'm just standing there, and like Steph Curry, like he wasn't very phased. He just like looked over and he was like, what was that? And then just like kept walking. But when they saw that I was wearing my credential and like I wasn't a terrorist or anything, the official was like, he was really nice. He was like, oh, you dropped this. And he like picked it up for me. And I was like, oh, thank you. Trying to like hide the fact that my phone is like filming. I'm like, oh, thank you. So I grabbed it and I just kept walking with it because they were going in the direction of the media room, which is where I was going anyway. So that was super cool because it happened so randomly and it was so unexpected. Because I was going to see Steph in in his press conference anyway.
But the fact that you close the fridge and then he's standing
He
right
was
there.
right there. He just totally caught me off guard. And then walking in, it's so casual. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what I think my job as a journalist is, to communicate that casualness, if that's a word, to everybody else. You know,
these players are people too.
They're people too. So seeing him not in a basketball court, he was wearing his uniform. He was wearing like a practice uniform, but like not his Golden State uniform. Just seeing him chilling in the hallway, like the freaking greatest shooter of all time, practicing his shot in the air as he's walking down the hallway. That was such a like intimate moment that I wish, and that's when I was like reassured of what my mission was. This that I just lived, that I just witnessed, that I was just a part of.
Happens once in a lifetime.
Yes, but let me share that with everybody else.
Curry robbed Cleveland of 2 championships by completely torching the Cavaliers in 2 finals, and even winning a championship in the state of Ohio, where he was born. From this moment on, Curry and the Cavaliers were etched in stone as mortal enemies in the NBA. Rivalries in the NBA are not made of who is in your division or is in your conference. They are made by the people or teams who stop you from reaching the promised land. And in this case, it was Andre Iguodala.
I want Iguodala.
I mean Steph Curry. So now we know how much of a villain Steph Curry was to Cleveland, and still is. So then the question arises, how did this villain turn a hostile Cleveland crowd into one of the most electrifying arenas with 20,000 people cheering his name in the All-Star weekend? Steph put on a performance of a lifetime in the All-Star game, winning the coveted Kobe Bryant MVP award with a whopping 50 points on 16 made 3-pointers.
Somebody tell me what the record is for the most points.
Those in attendance had no choice but to put the beef aside and marvel at the greatness that they were witnessing before their very eyes. At the end of the day, although Cleveland and Curry will be rivals till the end of time, his spectacular play and show-stopping performance won the hearts of every Cleveland fan in attendance. Thanks for watching the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. We love each and every one of you guys. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching Banter Broadcast on YouTube. For more videos, shorts, and clips from our podcasts, subscribe to the Banter Broadcast.